Welcome to the Vainglory Hero Spotlight, featuring Varya. When the Storm Queen's need became dire, an infected raven delivered her message to the Anvil. As below, so above. In response, the World Seer sent Varya, the living knowledge of lightning, to defend the Queen's empire from the churn. Varya is literally power molded into a human form, and as such, commands one of the most lethal arsenal of abilities of any mages in Vainglory. She is a hero forged to fight the elemental destruction called the Churn, and as such, wields lethal lightning that can leap between enemy heroes and leave them as shaking, burned out husks. For those seeking to master a hero with deep tactical depth and power, Varya leads the charge. As a powerful Storm Mage, Varya's basic attacks have several unique properties. First, all of Varya's basic attacks deal bonus crystal damage, which grows with her overall level and crystal power. Second, whenever she holds her ground after performing one basic attack, her next one will strike her target and arc to 3 additional targets, dealing full damage to all of them. These kinds of basic attacks will consume some of her energy. Do you still like shocking the crap out of people? Well, good news. Buying attack speed items will decrease the delay and enable Varya to fire her chain lightning even faster. Her enemies call Varya's first ability Storm Forged Spear. When activated, Varya gathers her power, forging it into a spear of pure lightning, then hurls it at her terrified victim. This ability explodes on the first enemy hero hit, inflicting damage to all of the enemies near them. You still want to shock the crap out of people more? Well, good news, friend. Overdriving this ability increases its range, allowing her to strike more victims from even further away. They named her next ability Arc Recursion because of how complicated and archy it sounds. When you see Varya gathering her power, be very, very afraid. Arc Recursion fills a bar beneath Varya's energy bar. When she is fully charged, Varya's next 2 move commands will empower her to dash in that direction, unleashing chain lightning on crying enemies near her destination. And to add even more nightmare fuel to their troubles, Varya recovers energy and gains barrier for each enemy her power strikes. You want to shock the crap out of more people? If you overdrive Arc Recursion, the range of the dash will increase, empowering Varya to smack down even more pitiless fools. Those adversaries that live to cry about it call Varya's ultimate Anvils Hammer. Once again, if you see Varya gathering her power, death and destruction is soon to follow, and this is all the more true for her ultimate ability. Varya charges, gathering the sheer fury of all storms before literally unleashing terrifying lightning strikes on all enemy heroes, no matter where they may be on the battlefield. Upgrading this ability increases the impact radius of these lightning strikes, making it even harder for those still living to crawl for cover. You still want to shock the crap out of more people? Well, good news, friend. Each rank of Anvils Hammer permanently increases Varya's attack speed, as well as the number of additional targets Chain Lightning and Storm Forged Spear will hit. Varya's abilities have significant cast times, but can be weaved together to form lightning-quick combos. For instance, Varya can activate her Storm Forged Spear at any point during Arc Recursion. Use it during the initial channel time to throw the spear and still be able to follow it up with 2 dashes. Cast Storm Forged Spear after the first dash of Arc Recursion, allowing Varya to dash back to safety after it's fired. Varya can also cast skills before her ultimate is finished channeling, allowing her to attack or get into position much sooner. Using Anvil's Hammer is a great way to start off a team fight and can force the enemies into making bad decisions. In this clip, Varya casts her ultimate safely outside of the team fight. Then, as the lightning bolts rain down from the sky, she makes her move on the enemy Gwen. If Gwen stands to fight Varya, she will probably get hit by the incoming blasts. However, getting away from Varya isn't easy. She'd have to dodge the lightning strike directed at her and try not to run into the lightning strikes targeting her ally. Gwen chooses to flee, but Varya takes advantage of the chaos. She casts Storm Forged Spear, followed by a Chain Lightning too quickly to finish off Gwen. Then, with only Arden left on the enemy team, Varya and friends quickly finish him off for the ace. Knowing when to fully charge Arc Recursion can be the difference between victory and getting your face smashed. Here, Varya is collapsed upon by the entire enemy team. Facing certain death, she begins to channel Arc Recursion and waits until it is fully charged before dashing and hitting the enemy twice, granting double the barrier. The second dash allows her to reposition herself far enough away to fire a storm-forged spear and a series of chain lightnings to take out the Rona. With the Berserker out of the way, they're able to turn their attention onto the Reza and send him crying back to the Netherworld. Varya's quick thinking allowed her to not only escape with her life, but pick up 2 kills and win the team fight. Thanks for watching the Varya Vainglory Spotlight. Make sure to check out Varya's lore for more about her origins.